Mattel's favorite Piston Cup sponsor is Bumper Save. Let me just put this out there for you guys. Bumper Save is the only Piston Cup sponsor that Mattel has released all three haulers for. You got the Cars 1 version, you got the Cars 3 version, and the next gen for Paul Conrad. And I reviewed all of them. I'll leave links in the description below and card suggestion pop-up. Now, to provide some context to all this, back in 2010, Mattel released that Piston Cup Team 4-pack with the crew chief, Pitty, and then two other Pitties over here. They also released the hauler set with the hauler, racer, and Pitty. And then that became, all that became extremely rare. But in 2016, Mattel re-released this Pitty, and now here we are in 2020, and they re-released probably the most iconic car from that set, being the crew chief, Ben Doordan. And actually they named him. This is, the first time he's been named. Before he was just called Bumper Save Crew Chief. So that's my argument for why Mattel's favorite sponsor is undoubtedly Bumper Save. And I mean, I can't really blame him. It's nice. It's red, white, and blue, patriotic. It's a cool looking sponsor. But anyways, guys, welcome to day 6 of the 12 days of Christmas. Halfway done. I mean, that's ridiculous. I can't believe it. But yeah, super excited for this review. Obviously, a car that I already have from China that we'll be comparing the new Thailand version to. There's a lot of differences, and I want to break them down for you guys. These suggesters are the Cars Garage and Interstate 290. Thank you guys very much for the suggestion. A lot of people actually did suggest Ben Doordan. And, to be fair, a lot of people suggested most of the cars that I'm reviewing, and that went into, my decision-making. Do I want to review this car that only one person suggested? And do I want to review this car, though, where, 10 people suggested it? So, yeah, that's kind of where I made the decisions. And, yeah, a lot of people wanted to see Ben Doordan. Now, first of all, I want to say I love his artwork. It looks really nice. It does look a teensy bit cartoonish, but I'm glad that they finally, gave him a little bit more of a character instead of just calling him Bumper Save Crew Chief. So yeah, Ben Doordan in the Dynaco 400 series, a series that every year has so much potential that just gets wasted. I mean, I like these Piston Cup racers, but they've been released countless times in the past. I mean, Leakless over here has been released pretty much every single year. 2006 through 2010. Then he took a few years off, came back in 2016, and now came back this year. So he's been released a ton. These guys have been released a lot as well. And you could put so many Pitties, crew chiefs, semi-cabs in it, but every year they really only do one. They had the Dale Ruffalo gasket semi. That was great. Then there's this one, which albeit is a re-release, it's still nice. But why not do some more Pitties and stuff like that? I just don't get it. But anyway, after the Dynaco 400, a tiebreaker race is needed to determine the winner of the Piston Cup. Now, Ben here was included in 2020 Singles Case L, which I unboxed. Leave that link in the description and card suggestion if you want to take a look at it. It was a great case, probably the best from the year. And I'll be right back with him all opened up. Here is Ben out of the package, and man, he looks amazing. First of all, he's all metal now, and so I think that automatically elevates him ahead of the Chinese version, but we'll get to that. We'll get into more comparisons in a second here. But if I can find a picture of him from the movie, there it is. If I can't, there it's not there. But he was just a background character, didn't speak. He really didn't get that much of a feature. I would remember if he was kind of prominently shown in the movie, but if there's a picture there, it's gonna be pretty small. So yeah, guys, here is the Chinese version, and you can see that the expressions are pretty much the same, albeit now from Thailand, but the shapes of the cars are changed a little bit. This guy looks bigger, the headset's way bigger, and the mouths, yeah, they look a little different. They painted the inside of this one a little bit better instead of just leaving it blue. The grills and the lights are pretty much the same. Let's really dive into this. So here's the Bumper Save logo. And it's really, it's not a bad decal at all. It's a little darker, not as defined, but it's really not grainy or anything like that, as some of the Thailand decals are known to be. The eyes, you could tell the white space is just a little, yeah, you can see it perfectly there. It's a little grainy. That's okay. It's not a huge deal. You got the logo there on the door, which looks pretty good. Blue rims, which are now changed a fair amount. I don't know if I like them more now. They just look a little bit cleaner here. Now they just look a little messy. Like, what's going on there? These windows are now completely opaque. Before they were transparent. Well, you can't really see anything through them, but it's because it's all dark inside. The bed seems to have narrowed a little bit. Let's see if I can focus in on that. The shade of blue is also a little bit lighter on the Thailand version. Now taking a look here at the license plates. The Chinese version says LR415. The Thailand version says LR415 in a much clearer fashion. This is probably one of the first times ever I've said that a Thailand decal looks better than a Chinese decal. And I mean, it's nearly indisputable. That just looks so much clearer. The license plate isn't dropping into the bumper there. It looks great. The taillights look cleaner. And I think it probably is because they made the back portion metal here. And that's proved. You can see there's a rivet there. But if you were to look at this, oh, there is a rivet there. Usually they would just use a screw. Like for a Mater, they would put a screw there instead. But yeah, that's remarkable. I can't believe that they made him all metal. And yeah, I can kind of feel that he's narrower now. I like that a lot. You know what, guys? He might take the dub. He might be superior to his Chinese counterpart. N20A for the date stamp. So he was made in the 20th week at the A factory in 2020 in Thailand. Here's the base of this guy. Yeah, I think I should know how to read that. I forgot. Yeah. Yeah, they didn't have much stuff on the base back in 2010, and even less if you go back further. Yeah, wow, I'm impressed. This guy's great. The first thing I saw were the eyes, and I could tell they were grainy. So I was like, not so happy about that. But I am very happy now that I opened him up. He's all metal. The license plate looks better. He just feels more worth it. Like, I pick him up, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of heavy. This is just like, And the headset just looks way too big. He kind of looks like a clown. So I'm glad that they cut that down a little bit. And just to compare the headsets there, they're quite a bit different. So just take a look. You can also see that, I don't know, this just kind of dips down. I don't know, I don't really like that. This just comes straight across, nice and firm. Love it. So just to show a couple other pickup truck models, the only other model that uses this is JW. And the unreleased Easy Idle crew chief, of course. And even though, these are the same pickup truck model, JW is different because he doesn't have the headset and an antenna instead. Now JW is from China, released back in 2016 and 2017 and 2014, I think. Yeah, I think it was like a 2014 3-pack. 2016 single, no, 2015 single, and then 2017 2-pack with Christina Wheeland. Yeah, that's right. I got my history down. I know my stuff. So yeah, then we just have, a very common pickup truck model being Dexter Hoover, Big Boy Dex, who is the inaccurate model. We all know that he should be this model, which they originally used this model here. This model for Chris Revstovsky, the flag waver in Cars 3. And then they corrected her when they moved to Thailand to this, which is accurate. And this is what Dexter should be as well. So Thailand's good for a lot of things. They even put the bed on here. They did a nice job with Chris Revstovsky. Terry Cargas, they corrected him as well. They corrected the yellow hydraulic Ramon. They did great with Ben here. Thailand's That one's doing well. I'll give him that. And here's the monster, Brian Clamp. He's the only one of his kind so far. Although some crew chiefs, in my opinion, should be this model. Like the Dynaco crew chief, Roger Wheeler. I think he probably should be Brian Camp's model, but they gave him Dexter's. No big deal. But yeah, guys, let's pull up the whole team here. We have the Paunchy Wipeout. We have the Pity. We have the Hauler. We have Cars 3 Paunchy. His yellow wheels. We got the Pity that was included with the Hauler back in 2010. Little tool cart. Tire stack. Mr. Grumps. And then we got the Sly Dog over here. And Paul Conrev. This video is really not about Paul, but we'll put him in there. So thank you guys so much for watching day 6 of the 12 days of Christmas. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 7. Bye now.